Hi everyone, I'm Lisa with I Create Perlers, and today we're going to be working on Super Mario 3. So, of course, if you can, you don't always need to buy the sets. Sometimes you can just buy the beads by themselves or use your own interpretation of what you want to do. So, I am going to, let's make something. Ooh, let's make Boo. I like Boo whenever I play Mario Kart, and they have the option to play Boo. I love it. So I'm just gonna pour some beads out into the lid. And I'm gonna record this in real time just because of the fact that there's some people who may be following along that would rather just do this with somebody. I always like doing perlers with with family, friends, anything like that. It just makes it go a lot smoother. I enjoy the conversation. I'm sorry, I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. I enjoy the conversations whenever we get to gather as a family or a friend group and just do perlers. The kids really, really, really enjoy it, of course. I think they spend most of their time just playing with the beads, and I do too. I like sitting there and sorting them out, though. That is my sort of deal. But for this container, I decided not to sort it out. I decided that if I was gonna be making perler videos, that I needed to just go ahead and start instead of stalling and trying to figure out a way to be super technical, which, I think the realism that I see with other people where, we all make mistakes. I have to stop and count a lot because sometimes making these, you'll hear me go, oh, I messed up, and have to backtrack. And sometimes it takes me a little bit longer than usual. But it is what it is. And I think I already did that. Oop, yeah, already messed up. Let's see, gotta go one over. See, it doesn't take me long to lose my spot and think that I'm further along or needing to put an item in, or one of the beads in one spot, when in all reality I don't need to do that. But what is something cool what is the coolest perler bead thing that you have made? I have made little cactuses before. They were cute. Little 3D cactuses, but I can honestly say that my husband probably made the coolest one. So, or coolest. Wait, I got 3 there, up 1. Oh, that's why. He made a perler kaleidoscope looking Mario, and it took him forever to make it, but once he got it done, it actually came out really neat. Maybe on one of these videos I'll be able to show it. In the past couple of times that we've do that, have done these videos, I keep getting nervous and thinking that I'm not doing something right, that it should be almost perfect every single time, but in all reality, I am not perfect. I guess as these go on, I'll get a little more confident with doing this, but pretty much I am hardly ever going to line everything up right away. It's just something that I guess is a problem sometimes for me. I kind of get to talking, forget where I'm at. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I get to talking, forget where I'm at. It happens every single time. And you'll hear me count over and over the beads that I'm doing. Like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more white bead. And I know for some people they actually record these and then go back and do the audio. The only reason why I'm really wanting to do this in real time is because of the fact that I'd rather spend this time talking with you, getting to know you guys, letting you guys get to know me. I'm not an expert on perlers by any means. I'm sure there's people out there who sell them and make a living off of that. I've been doing perler beads for years. I've made a whole number of little projects. Actually, for Christmas, we made candy cane ornaments. For our tree, we made a lot because we get a new tree, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when we get a new tree, we decide that we're gonna always decorate it with homemade gifts or homemade ornaments first. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a lot of our home ornaments go on that first tree for the year, and then after that, kind of whatever happens the next year, if we decide to put them all of the ornaments onto the new-ish tree. I guess it would be kind of neat. We usually try to thrift as much as we can. I love to go thrift shopping, but we don't go nearly as often anymore. It's kind of fizzling out, but then again, it might come back. Who knows? I swear I think I'm doing this right, but sometimes I keep looking over and I'm thinking I'm doing this wrong. I probably am doing this wrong when I get that feeling like, wait, am I sure I'm doing this? Okay, hold on. 1 over, down, 1 over, 3 down, 1 over. Oh, okay, it's Boo's little, I don't know, do you call that a tail? I don't know what to call that. I think, do ghosts have tails? Is this what you call that? I mean, but yes, I'm just barely starting out, trying to get this thing all going, but earlier in the year, back in January, I was planning to start out on the 1st. I had videos recorded. I was trying to get the audio fixed because the microphone I was using didn't seem to really like being attached to my camera, but I decided, forget it. We're just going to go through with this. I can't keep stalling. I think a lot of it is just nerves. I think everybody kind of gets that whenever they first start recording, unless they're always sitting in front of the camera, then they get past that real fast. But I don't. I get nervous. I feel like I stumble over everything. And I think recording the audio at a separate time would be better. But if I don't commit to this and just be real with you guys, I probably would stall and not do this and come up with a million excuses. But here I am. So if I make a mistake while doing this, please forgive me. I am trying. I am I'm trying my best. think that's one of the biggest things, is just try what you can do. If you can't do it, try again. I have a favorite saying. It came from a movie. So tell me if you can name the movie without cheating and looking it up. But the saying that I always tell my kids is, you try, you fail, you try, you fail. But the only way you truly fail is when you stop trying. I always tell my kids that. Especially whenever they're feeling kind of bummed out and feeling like they can't do something. I kind of remind them that they can do it. Sometimes it helps. I know sometimes you kind of want to go through the motions of being bummed out, but nobody wants to see kids all sad. So I've already asked, what is the coolest thing you've made with parlors? But what is the weirdest thing that you've made from them that actually turned out awesome? I've made so many weird things. I actually made a heart one time, and I kind of let it be. I ironed it, and then I let it sit there, and I forgot to put a book on it to keep it flat, which I don't know why that had slipped my mind. But then all of a sudden, the heart curled up, and it looked kind of like half a heart. It was actually kind of neat. We used to use it as a little napkin holder. So I need to fill in the other parts first. But yeah, we used to use it as a little napkin holder. It was kind of cool. I mean, oops. Oh, if you don't use tweezers, it's not a must. I do it because I knock over all the perler beads when I'm trying to set them in, and it is annoying. I end up losing all my patience for it because I'll sit there and keep putting them back together, and I'll hit one bead and it seems like it like knocks over the rest of them. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just very clumsy. I think I'm clumsy, but you know, I am who I am. But I think Boo's coming out pretty good. I feel like I'm doing pretty good on getting Boo. I always like Boo. What is your favorite character for Mario? Oops. See? I think I messed up again. Let's see. Oh, okay. But this one here is in the wrong spot. That needs to go over there. And now I need to put a white bead there. So if you're following along at home, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. Some people like to go in rows. It depends on the project. I end up bouncing all over the place, but sometimes I feel like going in rows. Other times I want to do the outline and work my way in. Sometimes I just get the beads that I'm working with, and like if I needed to finish up blue, I would get all of the white and just pretty much maybe go row by row. But if that doesn't work for you, you do you. This is just, I hop around with different ways to do it. Some people just are sticklers for follow the lines, go in the lines, and I mean, whenever I color in the lines, but whenever I'm doing this, I just go with the flow of what I feel is needing to get done. See, this is where I'm afraid I'm going to knock something over. Oof. Let's see. Oh, let's see if I could do it. There. But I think that it's pretty fun to do these. Oh, I love whenever are able to get together as a group because it is amazing. I have nieces and nephews. Oh, I almost made a boo boo. I almost made a boo boo on Boo. That would be kind of funny. I gotta finish the rest of his smile here. But yeah, I really enjoy this. Even though I have to go back continuously, make sure I'm doing it right. It gets me to move around a little bit more. Oops, I made a boo boo on Boo. But I really enjoy doing this, hanging out with the family, and even now, even though I am on my own doing this, I actually really enjoy it. It's calming, I think. I think it's fun. I would love to see your perler beads that you've made or are going to make. I've seen so many patterns from very talented people. I wish I could be as talented. I know a lot of people use like pixel art apps to get this, get the ideas or get images down, but I haven't quite gotten to that point. I draw mine out on grid paper, and actually, let me correct myself on that. I give my husband an idea, and he likes to draw a lot. And he'll fill in the squares for me of where he wants, like how the picture should look. He really enjoys doing that. But whenever he can't, I'll do smaller ones. But thankfully, sometimes we get patterns like these, and they turn out pretty good. I'm running out of white on that side. So I don't know if y'all have a Hobby Lobby or you just get your perler beads off Amazon, but every once in a while I see perler beads on sale at Hobby Lobby when they go on sale on Amazon. I get the big, like 22,000 bead containers. I know I have this thing that I bought from Hobby Lobby for half off. I was really excited about it because my kids love Mario. And usually what I do with these smaller ones is put magnets on them, on the back, whichever side I choose as the back. I'll put magnets on it, and either with hot glue or if it's being stubborn, I have some E6000 that I might use, which I'll leave that up to you. I've made pins out of smaller ones, like I can make really small hearts or different little things. This would be actually, I think this would make a great like brooch style pin, but very big. I guess the word would be gaudy. Gaudy, I think is the spelling. Please tell me if I got that one right. I'm usually pretty good at spelling, but sometimes just I felt bad because earlier, yes, last night my son was doing his homework. He asked me to spell the word sure, and I did not spell it right. I kept saying SHURE, and it's SURE. I don't know why lately the H keeps popping up. Oops. Okay, here we are. See, I went and did it again. What I'm always glad about is that I catch these before I have committed to ironing it. Oh, that would be so bad if I had already gotten to the point of ironing it and I left out Boo's arm. He would be armless. Okay, so there's that one. And one down. So again, if there's any mistakes, I'm sorry. I am trying, but it is a process. The only time that I might really kind of pause the video is when I set up my iron, because it is a smaller iron, thank gosh, but I just don't want to I don't want to have y'all hanging while I am trying to set up my iron, because I have to go plug it in and bring it over, and I don't want to have you guys sitting there waiting for me to finish plugging it in. If I can get all these white beads in, then we could be done. That one didn't take too long. You know, if it's me and I'm being quiet and I'm just paying attention, it takes me about 10 minutes to get one of these done. We used to have another bucket. That's how I know how long it takes me, is because this is our second bucket, or no, third bucket. It's our third one that we've gone through. And when I say kids like Mario, I'm serious, they love it. So I make them little ornaments, or some of these get turned into ornaments. So if you ever want to turn them into an ornament, all you really have to do is, for this guy, since he's a little bigger, you can go up here. Let me use I would go from here up, over 3, and down 3, and it makes this little loop. But if you want to double up that to make it thicker, so that way you can handle a little more weight, you can do that. But here we are. There is Boo. Now let me go set up my iron. Paper out. Okay, and let's go ahead and iron Boo. So different colors melt at different speeds. So make sure that you're just going in a circle. If you want your beads to be super melted together, you just let the iron do the work. Let the heat do the work. You don't have to press hard on your iron. Of course, you have to kind of hold it to keep it in line, but you don't have to push hard. I mean, if you want your beads super flat, then you can push a little bit, but I don't suggest pushing too hard. When you're going in circles like this, it can end up knocking you off your project, and you don't want to iron the pegboard itself, because once you do, those little pegs don't tolerate a lot of heat, like heat from an iron, very well, or very long. So you go just in a circle and keep going in a circle until it is to your satisfaction. I don't make mine super flat. I just want mine to be well bonded to each other. There's been times that I've gone to lift up my project and I didn't do it. I didn't iron them out enough, and it ended up coming apart as I was picking it up. So one thing I did forget to bring on this was something heavy. I think I have maybe a clipboard and my iron's on my paper. Okay, so here's the other side. Be careful. This is going to be really, really hot. It's going to say super hot, but this side's not too bad right now. Then again, I flip tortillas with my hands, so heat sometimes isn't too bad for me. But if you're very sensitive to the heat, or you're little, always have an adult do this, or give yourself a little bit of time to be able to handle your projects. I always, from this point, whenever I'm done ironing this side, I always just put a book on top of it and let it cool for a couple of minutes. I'll pull it out, show it to you guys, and then go ahead and stick it back under the book, but you'll be able to see the final project. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. And if you can, you can like and follow and subscribe, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this a lot more often. I want to make it a thing. I see a lot of fast moving curler videos, and I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to sorry, I am looking for a book now, but I want to have everybody have a chance to be able to follow along with somebody and be able to do that. I'm digging a book out from my table here. Oh, look. 101 Dog Tricks. I think that was from when my daughter was interested in dogs and teaching our dog new tricks. But anyways, I usually just let it sit there for a few minutes, so I'm not going to have y'all sit, so I'll be right back. Okay. So I went ahead and gave it a few minutes, and I went ahead and also turned off my iron. So here it is. Here's Boo. You can iron it more to close up these holes a little bit more. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But you can choose which side if you want them facing that way or that way. But nonetheless, there's Boo. So thank you for watching.